department, and this week in the progressive class we learned about a move called the Shorty George. It looks like this. It's a move that goes from the Chim Chim, and it's also a move that you can stick in kind of anywhere in your social dancing. So it's a move that looks like this. Then forward, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so major things that we talked about. For getting this walk, one thing we talked about is we just moved rooms because it got really loud in there. But one thing that we talked about is to get the Shorty George walk down. One thing I'm thinking about, there's a few things I'm thinking about. First, my entire body is still pointed forwards. There's no twisting involved. My feet are close together. One foot is in front of the other, and all that's happening is my hip is pulling up a little bit right here. That makes the knee, one knee go behind the other knee. So both knees are still always pointed forward. It's just as you're walking, one knee is always behind the other. So that's the big thing that we talked about to get that walk down. Is everything is facing forward. My 2 feet are close together, and I'm taking pretty small steps. I'm just dipping my hip to achieve the knee action. So the next thing that we talked about was how to get into it. So we took a look at a move that looks like this. We went 8, 1 up, and 3. So we went forward on 8, back on 1, and then used the energy built up in this leg to kind of propel ourselves up so that we landed with our right foot first into the Shorty George. So that whole thing looks like this: 8, 1 up, and 3. And we're already there. And then from there, all that's left to do is to continue walking forwards. So the whole thing again together: 8, 1 up, and 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we took this and we put it into a partnered movement. Big idea is the Shorty George is a move that goes in a line, forward in a line. So anytime you're moving forward in a line and you're dancing, you can put the Shorty George in. So followers, this is something that's not led. If you feel that you're being led on the line, you can always just choose to put the Shorty George in and it works. Leads, you can create a line and you can do the Shorty George. The example that we looked at was with just a basic 6-count pass in which I go under the follower's arm. If I wanted to put a Shorty George in, I go rock, step, kick, 12 chain, 1, 2, trip, step. And are you comfortable with doing the Shorty George? So you would go rock, kick, 12 chain, yeah. And if Ashley wants to do a Shorty George in that movement, she goes rock, kick, ball change, walk, trip, step. So there's a little bit of variation in the lead and follower's footwork to get into that after the rock step. I'll show the leader's footwork real quick. I go rock, step, kick. I kind of have to replace my right foot with my left foot there. Rock, step, kick, ball change. And then I can start it. And Ashley has to do, followers have to do different footwork. Okay. Followers have to do a different footwork. Since their rocks will be on my right foot, they go rock, step, kick, ball change. The weight's already on the left foot, so they don't have to do that sneaky replace like the leaders do. So yeah, that's about it. Try it out. It feels weird at first, but the more you work on it, the more normal it starts to feel.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Ashley.